What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a St. Patrick's Day decorating video for you guys. It's been a minute since I've made one of these and I figured why not start out 2025 on this channel, then with a spring fun festive decorate with me. This time I will be doing a voiceover to give you guys additional tips. St. Patrick's Day is one of my very favorite holidays and I'm really excited to decorate with you guys, so let's just jump right into it. We're starting out by decorating the coffee bar. I put on my annual St. Patty's Day playlist and opened a fresh Conway's to get festive with it. I began decorating the tiered tray with the staples, Bones Irish Cream Coffee paired with the hand-thrown mug. If you guys haven't checked out Bones yet, I highly recommend it for the holidays. Their coffee sets the tone and their mugs are so well made. I added in some Irish cream liqueur and this vanilla mint shake Baileys, which I feel match these marble travel cups beautifully. These are my favorite travel mugs that we've ever bought. They come in a set that has several colors and they're all marble print, so beautiful. I will link them down below if you're interested in checking them out. After adding the essentials, I started dressing it up with my favorite Irish inspired odds and ends, keeping a black, green, and gold color scheme in mind. For St. Patrick's Day, I purposely use the items that can often appear a little more playful, and that's because I feel that the fun stuff captures the true essence of the holiday for me. The things that made this day feel so fun as a kid, I like to keep that spirit alive whenever I can, and you'll see that a lot more when it comes to the dining table later on in this video. So as much as I like to keep it classy, I also like to add in the fun stuff, so that's kind of what my decor is. It's a hybrid of the two. This leprechaun tiki mug from Geek Tiki's is one of my favorites, but be sure to hand wash it delicately as the gold on the hat does come off. I'm so sad. I added in some straws to elevate the look of the tray, which I also purchased on Amazon. It was a challenge to get this garland to sit on the tray the way that I wanted, but I think I finally found a method that worked. I do struggle with the beads on tiered trays, you guys. I really need to get better at it. That is my current struggle, but I think we made it work. Next, I added in a couple of shamrock plants and a colorful floral arrangement. The shamrocks weren't fully opened because I was filming this at night, but they are on full display during the day and they look so beautiful. The neon shamrock is always the highlight of this area, I will say. I created a couple of vignettes to create some symmetry on the shelves and then added in these Love is Blind gold goblets to the top, kind of as an inside joke, kind of not. I just binged the latest season and these goblets have been a staple for us lately, so I like to keep them readily available in the kitchen. I figured why not let them be a part of the decor? So there they are. Yeah, my husband got these for me for Christmas and I pretty much lost my mind. He knows me so well. I just binged the latest season twice, once with my husband and once with my mom, so I drank out of these goblets a lot. On the bottom, I added in a few traditional items that we stock up on for St. Patty's Day, and then added in some garland and lights just to give the bottom some oomph since it's a little sparse compared to other seasons. And that's it for the coffee bar. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this arrangement better than previous years, but after looking at it for a few days now, I've actually fallen in love with it. I feel like it just really captures that fun, giddy, playful mood of St. Patrick's Day. I think this is my favorite yet, so I hope that you guys enjoyed vibing out to this section of the video, and now we are going to move on to the dining table. I started off this area by spreading out the gold sequin tablecloth as I feel like it kickstarts the energy for me. It's just so pretty to look at before doing anything else. I had already had the light curtain hanging up for my birthday in February, so it was all set to go for me to hang the strings of ivy. After a session of detangling, I started adding them one by one, a string of ivy per each strand of lights. I attach them by slipping them through the wires, and I use clear stick pins where necessary. They stay intact as long as the cat doesn't pull them down. If you've seen my previous St. Patrick's Day video from a few years ago, yes, I am wearing the same hoodie, okay? It's a tradition of mine to wear not only this hoodie, but different hoodies from the brand 𝕬𝕬𝕚𝕚. They make some of the best hoodies I've ever had, and they're so wonderfully Irish. They do make other designs, but obviously their Irish wear is my favorite. I really do need to purchase a few more things from 𝕬𝕬𝕚 because I really love them as a brand. So I will link their shop as well as the items I've purchased from them down below if you're interested in checking them out. This ivy and light combo takes this area from 0 to 100 so fast. Once the backdrop was complete, it was time to move on to decorating the table. I laid out the shamrock runner, and then I used this gold charger from our wedding as the base for the centerpiece. I would have had leftover moss from previous years, but my husband and I had to pull it out during Halloween season to add the final touches to his Beetlejuice costume. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So thankfully I was able to DoorDash some moss from Michael's. Didn't think it'd be possible, but it was, and I was very happy. I will say that I did not enjoy this moss nearly as much as the moss from Dollar Tree. It was dry and it had to be broken apart to get the effect that I wanted. The moss at the Dollar Tree is loose and it feels a little cool and almost wet to the touch, which is kind of weird, but it's really good. It ever so slightly has this weighted grip to it, so it's easy to manipulate and to style as needed. This preserved moss from Michael's was not as pleasant to work with, so I highly recommend picking up moss at the Dollar Tree if you can for a better decorating experience. I always create a little floral arrangement for every holiday, but for St. Patty's Day this year, it was so hard for me to find any greenery to add into the bouquet. Nor could I find any green carnations, so I did my best with what I could find. Honestly, I am a sucker for white roses in general for the springtime, so I'm not mad at it. I completed the centerpiece by scattering some gold coins amongst the moss, and then I moved on to creating another similar centerpiece for the servingware. This is the cake stand from our wedding that I also like to adorn with moss and coins to create a base for this tiki mug that I feel looks a little bit like a forest tree stump. We always have a St. Patrick's Day party with some friends, some guests, so yet another reason why I like to keep the decor on the fun side. I'm just now noticing how many items from our wedding that I used to decorate for St. Patrick's Day, and now I really want to finally film a video for you guys on how we planned our wedding. I know I mentioned it years ago, but it was a Witcher-themed, medieval-inspired wedding that we put together during quarantine in only 3 weeks with very little resources, and I think you guys will really love it. So if you're interested in learning how to plan a wedding on a budget and in a time crunch, then stay tuned. I created a couple of vignettes on the sides to once again create some symmetry and then finish off the table with a little bit of scatter along the runner. Although simple, I do love how this table turned out. It is set not to be eaten at, but to be used as a buffet table for our spread of goodies on St. Patrick's Day. I'll insert some footage of what everything looks like once it's all set up and ready to go. St. Patty's Day at our house, always a fun time. I did add some final touches after filming the initial footage, just because I couldn't get this delivery in time. We had some ferns delivered. They just add so much oomph to the area, so I wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the ferns. And then I did set out 𝕬𝕚𝕚𝕚, dressed up as a leprechaun, of course. How could we not? How could we not? So I think everything is finally tied together, everything's a vibe, and yeah, I'm absolutely in love with the dining area this year. So now that that's complete, let's move on to the final area, which is our living room bar cart. I always like to start out with some sort of fabric as a base. I don't know how this started, but now I can't stop. Last time I used this tartan plaid scarf, but this time around I went with a more Celtic feel. I brought out some books that I felt fit the vibe, some good old Tolkien, this incredible cookbook based on the food in the Witcher universe, which, oh, I love it so much, as well as my Cicerone study materials, as this is, of course, very much a beer drinking holiday. If you have not seen our Irish ale tasting video, I think you guys would get a kick out of it. I will also link that down below. I added in more pieces of decor from our wedding. This medieval King Arthur goblet, which I like to decorate with some gold and green beads and coins, this Witcher sword, some gold chalices that you'll see later, as well as this Celtic knot that a dear friend got for us for a wedding gift. Just fitting in all of the odds and ends, just trying to create a very Celtic feel. I added in a decanter as well as a bottle of my husband's favorite scotch with some Crystal Rocks glasses and LED ice cubes. Set to green, because it's not me if I don't add in the LED ice cubes somewhere, you know? If you guys know, you know. They're everywhere. I use them all the time. To finish off the top, I added in this candle from Mythology Candles. The scent is Hooded Monk Brewery. I've been wanting to get some of their Ireland-inspired candles for a year or two now, but haven't gotten around to it. But I feel that this one suits the vibe just fine. Beer season, brewery, medieval, yes. Before moving on to the bottom, I did sprinkle some gold coins around the top to really tie things together. Moving on now to the bottom of the bar cart. I started with my favorite sign that I do end up moving further to the back in a moment, added in some Jameson and more scotch, and then played around with placement of the books. I ultimately decided on the Oxford Companion to Beer to remind myself that I need to study. I do really want to become a certified Cicerone, just for my own self. Like, I just want to know, I want to know that I can do it. So it's a journey that I'm really excited for. I digress. Again, I reiterate, it's beer season. What better book to highlight the vibe of the season than the Oxford Companion to Beer? I originally wanted to use these gold chalices to tie in more gold on the bottom, but then I considered a few other choices. These short champagne glasses almost look a little Celtic in the stem to me, so I thought that would be a vibe. But then there are these babies that I used last year, and I think they give off the most Irish pub feel, so I think they were the best choice. I finish off the bottom with some cocktail napkins and more gold coins, keeping the look fairly simple and practical as well. Here is the final result of the bar cart. I am addicted to how this looks, honestly, and I look forward to gazing at it for the rest of the month. My husband and I are currently on our annual playthrough of Gauntlet Dark Legacy. If you guys know, you are a real one. We play this game every March now. It's become a new tradition for us over the past few years. I used to play it every summer as a kid, but to me lately it's giving spring, it's giving March, it's giving St. Patty's Day. I don't know why. So we play this game together every March, and I feel like this decor is going to be such a vibe for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more content like this in the future. It's almost Half-O-Ween season, and if you are a fan of Halloween, I have a lot of content coming for you guys. I have a lot of content coming for you guys, and I'm really excited. So definitely, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any Half-O-Ween uploads and other goodies that I have in store for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.